What's happening, guys? Hope your day's going well. I just finished a 1-hour training session. If you followed that live training session, you already know what I'm going to review. It's Vice and Vibe Speed Nootropic. Here it is. Zooming in. Speed Nootropic by Vice and Vibes. This is one of their new formulas. I just did their compound. I ran most of their products, so I have previous reviews for Vice and Vibes. They're coming out with some hitters. Very good quality company. So we're going to go over the ingredient profile. I want to go over the effects. But if you're new to the channel, my name is David. This is A Mission of Muscle. And not only is recovery, training, and nutrition super, super important, but in my opinion, also the supplements we decided to throw into our regimen to reach our goals are as important. And I'm here to kind of give you guys a rundown on how these things deliver, what they're all about, and if it's something you want to utilize. Now, I did get this from NutriCartel. I'll put a link down below. Go support my man Jake over at NutriCartel. Show him some love if you decide to purchase this, because he did send this to me for free for my subscribers and for you guys to get the information on. So we're going to jump right into this. Vice and Vibes. Zoom in there. Speed Nootropic. So right on the top here, we got dmha at 750 milligrams. This is a fantastic ingredient. Now this has been, I've even said it, that this is a precursor to choline, but it only works that way for certain individuals that are choline deficient. So this mainly is an ingredient that actually eliminates waste in the brain cells and helps them fire a lot better, makes them healthy. And the other thing it does is it squashes alpha brain waves. So when you squash alpha brain waves and beta brain waves are elevated, that's when you get creativity, you get attention, you get elevated mood, and you can get energy. So very, very good ingredient, 750 milligrams. I like it. Then we got a beta PEA at 400 milligrams. PEA, as we talked about in a previous video, this attaches to the TAR1, TAR2 receptors, bringing in noradrenaline and dopamine, elevating them for focus, concentration, and mood, but it's very short-lived. It comes in pretty quick, usually 10, 15 minutes, and only lasts for about 15, 20 minutes, depending on what it's stacked with. And that's because of an enzyme called monoamine oxidase. And monoamine oxidase is released in the brain, and it cleaves the PEA off of the TAR receptor pretty quick, or kind of eats it, how do you say, chomps it away, and then you stop getting the effects. But there are natural MAO inhibitors out there, and one of them is rosea, which is the next ingredient in here. That is 300 milligrams. So this is a monoamine oxidase inhibitor. So it works very well in pre-workouts, as far as especially those that are throwing in urea, which is the next ingredient, or any other form of a PEA, because it'll allow those PEAs to last a lot longer. This also it's an adaptogen, so it has stress benefits. It actually has been studied also in the brain to have neural growth and repair factors to it as well. Very, very, very healthy ingredient. It is one of my favorites. Used to use it in my pre-workouts I used to put together all the time on my own before I started this channel. So really like this ingredient. Really good dose there. Then we got N-phenyl dimethylene citrate at 300 milligrams. This is a RIA, so this is a PEA backbone. So this is going to do TAR1 and TAR2 receptors, bringing in elevating dopamine and noradrenaline. And this stays a little bit longer than the regular PEA, the phenethylamine, because it's got 2 alkaloids on it. So it's harder for monoamine oxidase to cleave it off. So it'll stay there a lot longer to give you the effects as far as the elevated brain, the mood, the focus, and the concentration. But also with that inhibitor in here, it's going to even stay a lot longer. I'll let you guys know the effects afterwards. Then we got Bacopa at 300 milligrams. Now this one here is an ingredient that improves brain cells and damaged brain cells by removing toxins that can build up in the brain. And by doing that, it helps with learning, it helps with memory, and it helps with focus. So it's a very good ingredient. It's a very good dose there. That's actually the daily dose for nootropic formulas at 300 milligrams. And that's saying if you're taking it on its own. And this ingredient alone does work as a nootropic, does help with learning through the studies, does help with memory, long-term and short-term, over a period of time with supplementing it. I think it's like a couple weeks. So you do notice improvements in long-term and short-term memory and recall and all that stuff. So very, very good ingredient to have in here. Then we got caffeine and anhydrous at 200 milligrams. Then we got dicaffeine malate at 200 milligrams. That's 74%. That's a slow-acting caffeine. And what this is, if you guys don't know what caffeine is, it's an adenosine receptor inhibitor. So basically, we have adenosine receptors in our body. When adenosine is released in the body, it gives us that groggy, tired feeling. And caffeine actually squashes that. So it inhibits that receptor from activating and secreting adenosine. So that's how we get the elevated mood, the dopamine, the serotonin, the good feeling, the energetic feeling because of caffeine messing with adenosine. And this is basically 200 milligrams. This I think it's a total of 350 milligrams all in all with the 2 caffeine sources. And it just for information purpose, 200 milligrams of the caffeine, which is the androgenous, is going to hit, or anhydrous, which is going to hit, within that 30, 45 minutes. You're going to get the slow-acting caffeine, 40% of that 150 that's left there is going to hit on top of that as well. And then 60% of that dicaffeine malate is going to be what's left over that's going to be slow releasing over a 4 to 6 hour period of time. So all in all, 6 capsules of this is probably going to give you about 250 milligrams of quick hitting caffeine. When I say quick, it's just the anhydrous quick, which is 30, 40, 45 minutes. And then we got Juglans Regi extract, 200 milligrams. Most of us know what that is. So this is supposed to be a natural source of DMHA, which is considered the natural sources of DMHA, English walnut, which is 2-amino-5. So if you see 2-amino-5 in a product, it's usually sourced, the DMHA is sourced from a natural source. 2-amino-6 is usually synthetic. So it's and they hit differently. So I've taken it both, and just so you know, for me, the natural sources seem to last a lot longer, and I don't crash as much on them. So I do like them using Juglans and English walnut as far as for these effects. And this is going to spike noradrenaline, adrenaline, dopamine. This is the central nervous system stimulant, so it's going to give you energy. Very, very good ingredient if you're looking for nootropic, if you're looking for stimmed or stim junkies. Very, very good ingredient. Then we got the Lumbo Nucifera. Nucifera. Anyways, this is lotus extract. 70 milligrams. So lotus extract has some anti-inflammatory effects. It has some diuretic effects, anti-diabetic effects as well, as far as the absorption of glucose into the cells, and it's supposed to have some nootropic effects. Now, it's going to be hard to find some information out there on lotus extract. They haven't done a lot of studies on them. A lot of the stuff's all anecdotal, but you're starting to find it more and more in fat burners and pre-workouts. I do notice that it does, when it was in Chaos Cruise fat burner, that was the only ingredient that I could figure dropped my blood sugar. My blood sugar dropped from taking that product. So I know it does help on a diabetic, it's an anti-diabetic type ingredient to where it does help with glucose, which is going to help with weight loss. Then we got Noopept at 30 milligrams. I love Noopept. Noopept is the alpha and beta brainwave enhancer. So I love this ingredient because it enhances both of them. And by doing that, it helps with you getting in the zone state. So this is going to increase both of those. And the zone state basically is where you can not only calmly think and focus attentively, but you can also be creative at the same time. So Noopept is one of my favorite nootropics. I really do like it. 30 milligrams is a great dose. Then we got vinpocetine at 20 milligrams. This is another fantastic ingredient. You don't find it enough. This one also has heparin A, but I'd like to see this in a lot more nootropics and pre-workouts because it helps with cerebral blood flow. And the more blood flow that you have in the brain, the better the brain's going to fire for cognition, alertness, concentration, memory, and mood. And this has also been shown to also relieve or get rid of toxins out of the brain for a healthier brain. So a very good ingredient. Then we got heparin A right here, 20 milligrams. It's going to be probably 1%. And this is basically a choline enhancer, acetylcholine enhancer, because it blocks an enzyme that degrades acetylcholine within the body pretty much. So it's going to help with contractions. It's going to also help with memory and focus and concentration. Then we got black pepper extract at 5 milligrams. That's for they bring it all together in digestion. Then we got the infamous alpha yo. We got to be a little alpha. We got to end this with some alpha stuff going on here. Alpha yohimbe, 1 milligrams. Decent dose. But I'm going to let you know now because I might forget to tell you. This is a pure source because I'd say around the 40-minute mark, I do feel a little bit of the chills and skin crawling type effects from Alpha Yo, but it doesn't last long. It just kind of comes in and walks away. So it's like 35, 40 minutes. You just get that little chill just kind of coming on your body. So it's good source. All these ingredients really seem like they're a good source. So Vice and Vibes Speed. How did it do? So you're going to first take the pills. So I took this, like I told you guys, I think I told you guys, I took this different ways. And I took it 6 pills. The first day I took it 6 pills. And 6 pills, I'm going to tell you the effects on that, and then we'll talk about the other ones. 6 pills is going to come in, I'd say, you're going to start feeling a nootropic hit around 15 minutes in. So it's not super strong, not really a big energy kick, but there's a nootropic focus that kind of starts to lay in about 15 minutes. And it slowly builds up until about 25 minutes, and that's when everything like really starts to drop in. You start to notice energy along with it, the focus and concentration build up, and the memory and the mood actually build up as well. And you just start feeling good. Have your headphones in, have the music on that you like, and you will start enjoying the process as it goes from there. So from 25 to 30 minutes, it builds, and I'd say it all comes together around 45 minutes to 50 minutes, where it all comes together. You got tons of energy at no point whatsoever, which I really like about this being a nootropic formula that can be used as a pre-workout, is there is never a crazy moment. So at no point did I get a racing heart rate. So there's nothing in here that's going to elevate your heart rate other than you training harder in the gym. And at no point did I ever feel like I was unhealthy at any point. And the energy is really kind of like that goal-setting driven energy. So it's a very productive type physical energy that you have, that you can actually, you want to get moving because your mind and your mental state is the same thing. It's very productive and goal driven. At no point am I like from L-theanine or something like that. So this dials down those alpha brain waves and keeps those beta brain waves elevated for that creativity, that processing, that goal driven type energy, focus, mental energy, mental focus. You can train. I can train for to get 2 hours on this thing at 6 pills, no problem, and just keep going as long as I'm in the mood, as long as I got some music on to kind of fuel me and kind of keep me in the zone and ward off the tiredness and stuff like that might come, the fatigue from training. I can go for 2 hours for sure. And then when you come off of this thing's going to be a nootropic hit that's going to last for about 5-6 hours, and it's super smooth. At no point, just so you know, even though it was an elevated nootropic, a few steps down from tunnel vision when it first hits in, at no point was it tunnel vision nootropic bubble. It was just ultra high level, and it was positive. So what I like about this is some nootropic ingredients or combinations are going to get you this like tunnel vision, and we're so focused on how deep this concentration is, how deep this focus is. This is not just a concentration and focus feeling. This is a concentration, focus, drive, goal setting, productive, creative type driven mental energy and focus. Very, very good. I mean, you will squash a day on one of these. A workout or a day on this product. Very, very good. Come down really good. No crashing effects whatsoever. And again, any crashing on this. What else can I tell you about this? I already told you about the Alpha Yo. Okay, so 2 pills, 3 pills. Playing around with the pills. So what I found was 3 pills was fine for me to train on. I did 3 pills in the morning. And went off to work 6-7 hours later, came home, took another 3 pills, and trained. Fantastic workout. Busted through my workout. Tons of energy. Still got the positive feeling. Still got the energetic feeling. So very good if you decide to break it up that way. Another way you can do this is 2 pills in the morning. Now 2 pills were a really sweet spot for me. 2 pills are that type of dosing that you would want to take if you just wanted a little bit of a pick-me-up. Like you wanted, where it's more than a little bit, but if you wanted an elevated mood, an elevated focus, an elevated energy, that wasn't like crazy. But it was like you take it and then 30 minutes later you're like, oh yeah, I feel good, but not too crazy, just like this pick-me-up. So 2 pills worked very well as far as that goes. I don't know what else I can tell you on this. I hope I went over everything right. I gave you guys the effects. Not much you can say. It is a fantastic nootropic. It is an experience that that if you're a stim junkie or if you are looking for a nootropic formula, that you should give it a try, because I really do like this. I went on my Instagram the day I took this, and I was just like, I was breakdancing, and I was just like, I love this thing, because it really hits very, very nice. I really do like it. So that's my review. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up before you leave. If you can't, subscribe to the channel. I hope the review was helpful. Once again, Vice and Vibes, Speed, Nootropic. You guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to get on with the rest of my Saturday here, and we'll see you guys next time on the channel.